Right, good evening, everybody. Good evening, and yep, it's a random day, but I'm coming on to do a little bit of a live stream. A couple of little things I sort of noticed that were going on. I thought I'd have a chat about. Um, First of all, it's the the title I put in here. The internet will troll you, which seems pretty obvious to most people who know the internet if you've been on it for more than 10 minutes. Yeah, the internet will absolutely troll you, but some people still don't seem to understand that, particularly when asking the internet to name things. Here's a little hint. Don't ask the internet to name things, not unless you're willing to accept a really silly name. I mean, this started a while back. I don't know if you remember, but there was a big ship. There was like a I think it was an exploratory ship that was getting built, and the people at the time made the mistake of asking the internet what they should name it. And obviously, number one was Boaty McBoatface, which I think is a brilliant name. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious, and they should have gone with that, right? They put it out there. They said, name the boat. The one with the most votes was Boaty McBoatface, and they cucked and they decided no. They bottled it. They named it something else. There was a little submersible as part of it, which they called Boaty McBoatface, but the actual ship, I think they named after Richard Attenborough, I believe. Yeah, I forget. Yeah, I think that was what they did. But basically, they bottled it, which kind of annoyed me a little bit. I mean, it's just naming a boat, but I don't know. There's something about Boaty McBoatface that I really liked. I like the name. It should have been called that. They should have stuck to their convictions. They should have gone, okay, fair enough. We asked the internet. The internet said this, so let's just do it. But yeah, the internet will absolutely troll you. Um, I'll just give another example as well, right? Where has it gone? I will get the image on screen. Let's see now. I should have had this pre-prepared. Zoom in. Right. Let me see if I can share this with you. I'm not even going to say this on you on the channel, but if you can read that. Oh, hi Kate. Great to see you over here. Yeah, this is what I look like. A disappointment, probably, I know. But as you can see, the name of this always makes me laugh. This emu, proudly sponsored by Havenview Primary School. So yeah, when you ask the public at large to name something, you're going to get a silly name. They learnt this the hard way. Oh, thanks, Kate. That's very complimentary. And so yeah, and Boaty McBoatface was the other famous one. So you'd think people would learn the lesson. If you ask the internet to name something, it's going to be a silly name. But no, they haven't learned the lesson. Let me just bring this up. Where is it now? I spotted this on the news. So, internet asked to name Uranus orbiter and probe mission. You instantly know this isn't going to go well, do you? So what were they? They said something like, oh, where was it? It had the name somewhere. One was, what was it? Butt plug something or other. And, oh, hang on, if I go back a page, where was it? Colonoscopy 1, Operation Butt Plug. I mean, you knew it was going to happen. Now, will they actually name them those things? I doubt it. They should do, if they have the balls. Unintentional pun. Oh dear. No, this isn't going well. Yeah, Kate. Apparently, they're going to send something in space to go and. I can't even say it without laughing. Anyway, that's that. But on the space theme. I spotted this today as well. Hopefully there won't be any sound on this because that would be annoying. But Blue Origin rocket, one of those was going up. This is one of Jeff Bezos's, I guess, and something went catastrophically wrong. But thankfully they had this sort of ejector type system thing for whatever the payload was in this capsule at the top. I imagine it's expensive stuff, whatever it was they were sending up. And that it worked a treat, so it just ejected off the top. And it's pretty hard, but yeah, hopefully that's okay. So yeah, although that was a bit of an expensive fail, it kind of worked. If the payload was protected by this system, they realised something was going wrong with the rocket, and seemed to do its thing. So yeah, it's not been a great week or two for space stuff. There's nothing really kind of working as it should. But yeah, that's just the way that goes. So if I close that down. I didn't really have too much to talk about tonight, unless Kate, unless you've got any questions. It's always an AMA, ask me anything. Um, can't promise I'll answer everything, but as long as it's a reasonable question. Um, what was it? The only other thing was I caught the Formula One again last night, and for once it seemed like Ferrari didn't catastrophically um, like cock things up with their strategies. They did make a decision early on, which was a little bit of an error, maybe, but personally, I just don't think that they had the pace to beat the Red Bulls, regardless of what they did. So they did a pretty good job. Yeah, usually they are their own worst enemies by making silly mistakes, silly errors. Okay, do you have anything you want to ask me? You dance and ride bikes? Yes, I dance very badly. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos. If you have a look at the channel, in my biker gear, I just do silly dances. Like the worst one probably to watch is Wrecking Ball. As you can imagine, if you've seen Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball video, it's a parody of that. You maybe see more than you might want to. You might have to bleach your eyes after watching that one. But yeah, I just started this channel years ago just for fun, just doing those kind of things, just doing silly dances around to songs in the bike leathers. Now just lately I've just started doing some live streams as well, just for a lark, just to chat about anything really. But yeah, I don't know if I would call it dancing. I'm not really a good dancer. I can edit things in a way to make it look like I can kind of dance, but yeah. You'll have a look? Oh, nice one, thanks. You have an open mind. Yeah, I think you'll need it for my dances. If you've not actually seen them yet, yeah, hopefully you find them funny. Trying to think which ones are the best ones. If you like Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire," I do that entire thing, and I had to sort of learn and look up all those lyrics, and that took ages. That took months because I had to do. I mean, you'll see if you see it on my channel or if you search it, the "We Didn't Start the Fire." That's one of my best bits of work, I would say. Wrecking Ball is one of my favourites, although it hasn't got as many views, but just because it's silly, very silly. Yeah, it's weird the internet, well, YouTube about, you know the song? Oh, okay, cool. If you first see the Miley Cyrus music video, it might make more sense. It's basically that one where she's swinging around on a big wrecking ball, sort of naked. So I kind of do something similar. I just basically tried to sort of parody the match the thing. Oh, you have seen it? Okay, then you'll know. Yeah, you'll know what my video's about. I think if somebody saw my video but they hadn't seen the Miley Cyrus one, they'd be just like, "What on earth am I watching?" You know, I've ended up in that dark and strange corner of the internet again, where there's just the weirdness levels just go higher and higher. You know when that happens, and then you're like, I think too much internet for me today. But yeah, what was I going to say? That I've derailed my trail of thought. I do that quite a lot. What was it about video? Oh no, that's right. I was saying about YouTube. It's really random how sort of sometimes there's things that you think, oh, I'll just put this little video on, but I don't think it's that great. I'll pop it on, and then it get a load of views, and then you're like, oh, okay, the internet like that. And then other stuff that you think, oh, I've put a lot of work into this, and I think this seems like a decent video, and then like it'll get like 10 views. So it's like there's no accounting for, yeah, the internet or YouTube anyway. It's pretty random that way. It's really cool to have a conversation with you in here, because obviously I've seen you as a mod in Angry Bootneck's channel for a long time, and I'm sometimes working when he's on, so it kind of clashes. So I don't get that many chances to jump in live. But I try to sort of jump in and comment when I can. He's funny, and he's actually just from down the road from here where I live. Middlesbrough is like 20 minutes just down the road. Yeah, it is nice to talk to one. So, are you American or British? I'm guessing British. I just get that vibe. But don't worry, I'm not going to ask too many personal questions or anything. But yeah, I just wondered a little bit about you. I just know that you obviously on Bootneck's channel, and you're one of his mods. They're a funny bunch on there, particularly in the chat. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought you were. I don't know how I could just tell. Maybe just bits of sense of humour in the things you type. Yeah. But but who was it on there? There's that Ginger Mongoose guy. He's quite funny. Well, they're all quite funny. Um, the guys I see popping up in his chat, they make me laugh. um, yeah, I haven't got too much more to talk about tonight. I'm not like oh, hang on. It is, yeah, they're a good bunch. And he's just a funny guy. He's come up with some great classics that I've just never heard before that's made me laugh. I think one of them was he was talking about somebody and he said they've got the IQ of a pull along duck. Yeah, I really like. I'd never heard that one before. I quite like that one. One sec, I'll just take a little swig of my drink. Mm. But yeah, he goes to places, talks about things that, yeah, I don't know. Good on him for just saying what he thinks. You know what I mean? He doesn't care. I like that about him. Um, I try to do sort of similar in a way. You're not from Middlesbrough though. Oh, lucky you. Nah, it's all right. I mean, that's the thing as well. I live up in the northeast, but I'm not originally from round here. I was a Lincolnshire lad originally, but then lived in Germany for a while because my dad was in the RAF. Lived over there for about 6 years when I was a kid. Came back. That was a bit of a culture shock, and then I came up here for university just over 20 years ago and never left. But that's because I met my wife up here. Um, yeah, it's the people up in the northeast are really, really friendly. I sound quite southern. Yeah, to the people around here, I do as well. But I don't sound. It's weird being a Forces kid. You pick up little bits of accent from wherever you've lived. Usually, if you've been a Forces kid from a young age, so you kind of grow up with like not really any accent, and then you pick up little bits. So my brother, for example, lives all the way down in Cornwall, and he's like, "Me liver." Now he speaks like that now, and to him, I sound like he's like, "Oh, why I man, why I," because he thinks I sound northeastern. Although to the people up here, I don't really sound that northeastern. Um, so yeah, it was funny because um, what's it? I heard a little bit of Geordie. Yeah, um, the that's making me laugh because where I live, it's Mackems, not Geordies. Although they're very close, and to most people in the UK, they just sort of sound the same. They're not the same. I can sort of hear the subtle differences in the way they pronounce things, and they're like proper rivals. I don't know if you know. It's a bit like you've got in Glasgow, you've got your Celtic and your Rangers, and all these with Newcastle, Sunderland. It's okay, good. Um, but yeah, so the accent thing. It's when I first came up here, and then my accent started to change a little bit. I would ask people, Windsor, ooh, very posh. Hmm. Very posh. um, I would speak to somebody and then ask them if they could try and guess where I was from my accent, and nobody ever got it right. They didn't have a clue because even though I spent most of my time in Lincolnshire, on near Windsor. Okay, is that not the posh bit? Mm. So yeah, I didn't really sound like people from Lincolnshire either. I don't know if you've ever seen on the telly, Kate, if you've ever seen Guy Martin or some of the Guy Martin documentaries and stuff, the motorbike racer. He does other stuff as well. Um, he about 3 miles. Oh, yeah, Guy Martin. You know Guy Martin. That's probably how I would sound if I'd have stayed there and grown up there the whole time and not moved to Germany with the RAF. Because he's from Kirmington, which was just literally up the road from where I was sort of from. Used to sort of go past there on the way to college when I was at college and stuff. So yeah, he's got quite a strong sort of Lincolnshire accent. Not everybody in Lincolnshire sounds exactly like him. It's funny how there was a press conference on YouTube once, and it had like Valentino Rossi, with his Italian, very broad Italian accent and stuff, talking to the press, and then Guy Martin said something, and everybody could understand Valentino more than they could understand Guy Martin, even though they were both speaking English. That was kind of funny. But yeah, the country accent, like it's almost slightly Yorkshirish. It's an odd one that I can't really describe Lincolnshire. Yeah, he needs subtitles, this guy. Um, but that's probably how I would have sounded had I not moved around. But because I'm moving around, I didn't really pick up any kind of strong accent one way or another. And then so when people would ask me where I was from, I was like, it's kind of more of a story than a place because I'd moved around that much that I've actually lived where I live now longer than I've lived anywhere else. So I guess I was kind of like a nomad. You move, settle for a bit, move, settle for a bit, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know if you know many Forces people or Forces kids, but that's how it is. You've just kind of got to roll with it. So you're someplace for a year or two, then you move, and you just kind of got to get used to that, starting new and talking to new people, making new friends. So I guess it kind of helps in a way in terms of social stuff as a kid. You're thrown into it, so you go to a place where you literally know nobody, and you've just got to start again. In fact, when I moved up here for uni at Sunderland, I knew literally zero people, not a person. But yeah, it's just the way it goes. In fact, when I moved into student digs, it was like a shared house with it was purpose built for students. So it was like 10 of us, each had our own room, and when there's only 2 or 3 of us had arrived at that to start with on the first day. More people coming the next day, and the first guy just was like, "Let's go and get to know each other and have a pint." I was like, "Yeah, all right." There's a student bar, and it was like only £1 a pint. I was like, "Get in." And that's all it takes, doesn't it? Just a bit of a chat, and then before you know it, you know all sorts of people, and you start in a life. And you're right, Kate. Yeah, it's nice to find out about different people in the chats, in YouTube chats. It's good. Pint in the dance. No, I didn't dance there. I didn't want to lose the friend as soon as I sort of made one. Yeah, the dancing thing. It's yeah, I think it was just like I got to a point where I thought life's too short. I've had this idea to just do this silly thing with the motorbike leathers, so I just did it one day and set up the YouTube channel. Freaked them out, yeah. I definitely. I think they would have quickly. I would have gone back to the table. They wouldn't have been there. Um, but what was I going to say about the dancing thing? I actually briefly tried to go on Britain's Got Talent years and years ago, probably like 10 years ago or something now, and I was briefly on telly for about 3 seconds because I was chatting to some of the people. There was like a sort of kind of like a drag singing act, and those two actually got through to the next round and stuff. So that when they do that little bit beforehand where they're chatting to people, I was sat on the chair like talking with them. So I was briefly on screen for about 3 seconds. But what was I going to say there now? It's interesting that though, because it's not like they make it out on telly. They make out on like telly as if your first audition is in front of the judges and the audience, and that isn't how it works. Because there isn't physically time. The amount of people that go for those kind of programs, you actually you just do your little bit in front of a producer. You've got different rooms with producers and stuff in, and then they'll pick some good ones and some bad ones and invite you back for the live thing with the audience and with Simon Cowell and all that. It's actually technically your second one, but they try and make it seamless to pretend it's all the first one. Let me just see why not. But do you ride a bike? Sorry, Kate, I missed when you said why not. I'm not sure which bit you're referring to, but I do ride a bike, a Triumph TT600. In fact, let me just see if I can get pictures for you. If I go to Facebook, oh, cookies, get out of here, get out of here. Now this is the thing, trying to remember what my login is, because when you've got it on your phone or whatever, it just does it, doesn't it? So right, here we go. I'm starting to get there. It's being really slow, sorry. I need my profile pictures. Hang on, I forgot myself. I said why not? Oh, why not dance? Because I'm not very good at dancing. Nearly there. I'm such a boomer. Right. Albums. Where is profile pictures? Aha, here we go. So, if I share this, this is probably one of the coolest pictures of me at all on the. Oh, Triumph, yeah, that's right. Triumph TT600. That's probably one of the coolest things I've ever done. That was at Lincolnshire, Cadwell Park. Actually managing to get that old thing. It's underpowered compared to the modern bikes, but getting it to do the wheelie up the mountain bit, that was quite cool. If I go back, where else is there? Yeah, track day with that's James Whittam, a Yorkshire guy. He used to race, and then he does commentating on the telly and stuff. That's me in front of him. He was, yeah, I'd already come off that day once. That wasn't great. Yeah, so that's my bike. I haven't used it for a while. It's off the road. I need to fix some stuff on it. Do I compete? No, I would love to. I don't have the money for that. I've never had a chance to do that. Um, I've done sort of track days where you're just sort of having fun on track and stuff. And you do get that bug when you're coming up to somebody and you know you're faster than them. You carry more corner speed and stuff, and you're trying to catch them up. It is something I would love to do, but I mean, I've no chance when it comes to the track days. My bike's one of the oldest ones there, and it's only a 600cc engine rather than 1,000, and so it's mostly guys that are in their 50s and 60s there with like really powerful bikes. So as soon as you get around the corner onto the straight, they just pull away, even though you're giving it full power. Just no chance. Oh, thanks, Kate. Yeah, it looks impressive. That's good. Yeah, I mean, I started to get a reasonable bit of skill for the cornering and got my knee down and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, if I ever got the opportunity to do a bit of racing, that would be great. But I don't know if I'll ever get the chance really, because motorbike's one of those things where it's just the equipment costs so much. So unless you're, fairly wealthy, or so talented at a young age that you get spotted and get like sponsors and stuff, it's just not going to happen. It's not like other sports where you just need like a 50 quid tennis racket or whatever, or it's very much different. But for me, yeah, it's just good fun. Now, hopefully in the future, if I have more time and money, once the kids are a bit older, so I might do a bit more track days, or if I get a chance to race a little capacity bike, it's cheap enough, I might do it. Young enough, plenty of time. This will be interesting. How old do you think I am? This will be an interesting one. I'll give you a minute to respond. I think the chat's usually about a minute or so behind, isn't it? So this will be interesting. I have got little ones, so you're fishing to try and figure out the answer, aren't you? Yeah. I've got 2 daughters, but I'm not. I like you, Kate. 28. Higher. You need to add a little bit on there. Have another go. 28, I wish, tell you. That would be nice. Are you going to have another go? 30. Ooh. Shall I put you out of your misery? Do you want me to tell you now, or do you want to have another guess? Would you reckon? One more guess and then I'll tell you? Is that fair? Let's see if you can get it on 3rd time lucky. I can feel the tension. So she's guessed 28. She's guessed 30. Yeah, Geordie then. That's not a number, Kate. However, 32, right? Final answer, 32. Here comes the answer, Kate. I am 41. So thank you, bless you for those lovely numbers. I like all of those numbers. They're all good. They're all incorrect, but they're good. Yeah, no, I'm 41. I've got a 14-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old daughter. Yeah, that would be. I remember those days when I had energy, when I was 28 and 30 and 32, and a bit less achy. but yeah, it wouldn't stop me doing a little bit of racing, maybe a little 125 racing, even when I'm old. That might be the only chance when I've actually got the time and money to do it. So who knows? It'd be funny because the little capacity bikes are usually raced by like, I don't know, 13-year-olds and stuff. I'd be probably there like age 50 or something. Yeah, 14-year-old. Yeah, she just turned 14 the other day. Yeah, they're good fun, my daughters. It's got. I like my 14-year-old's sense of humour. It's a bit like mine. basically quite twisted and dirty-minded and all the things it shouldn't be. um, yeah, but trying to think if there's anything else in the news to talk about and stuff, really. Unless you want to tell me a bit more about yourself, Kate. How did you meet old Bootneck online? Was he somebody you know in real life, or was it just from YouTube? Oh, you got grandchildren? Fantastic. They're beautiful and fun. And the good thing about grandchildren, I guess, is that once you've had some fun, you can just give them back to their mum and dad and say, right, you deal with them now. You can get them all hyped up, you can give them all the sweets, do all that kind of stuff, and then just give them back. You found Boot through Paz. I've not seen any of Paz's stuff. I get very little time to just watch stuff on YouTube usually, but I've heard Bootneck mention him. I should check him out, I guess. I guess if I just searched Paz, or has he got a different name? Is he an ex-Power or something? But yeah, I've heard that name. Let me write that down. True, take them out, then give them back. Yeah, you can do all the fun stuff and just spoil them and give them all the bad foods and sweets and stuff when they're grandkids. But ex-army. Okay, cool. I'll check him out. Yeah, I've always got a lot of respect usually for forces people. Quite a few forces people in my family. Yeah. So I'll have to give him a check out. If he's anything like Bootneck, he'll be a good laugh. You know. Is he from the northeast as well, or Scouse, or Manc, or is he? I just get a feeling he's not going to be an American, just by the name. I don't know why. Just a gut instinct. I guess he's a Brit as well. But yeah, I'll have to check him out and I'll have a little look at some of his stuff. Is he sort of like politics type stuff, or different things? What kind of stuff does he put on YouTube? Oh, cheers. Oh, that's nice of you. You're going to check out his channel name, and I'll make a note of it. Oh, he's Welsh. Okay, cool. My wife would love his accent, and she loves the Welsh accent. She loves all the Gavin and Stacey as well. I don't know if you watched any of those, but she's always had a thing for the Welsh accent. Right. I bet actually I don't know why I'm so stupid. Right, I've got another screen here with like the internet. Why don't I just look him up? See, I'm such a boomer with this kind of stuff. So there's me like asking you stuff, and I could just like be talking to you and doing it at the same time. I'm just going to put Paz Welsh and see what comes up. Ex-British Army Paz 49. Yeah, that'll be him, won't it? That'll be his channel. Let's have a quick look. Oh, he's quite popular as well. Cool. Let's see videos. Let's look at his latest stuff. Femi has a problem with British culture. Yeah, I can see I'm probably going to agree with quite a lot of his stuff. I can just see by the thumbnails. Cool. No, thanks for that. I'll check him out. Paz 49. Cool. Right, Kate. I'm gonna have to say goodnight. It's getting on a little bit. I've still got a few bits to do, and I need to make sure that my daughter gets to bed at some point, so because she's got school tomorrow. But it's been lovely having you in the chat. It's been nice to see you other than just in the Bootnext chat. And yeah, check out the videos. They're just a bit silly fun. So if you like just a bit of silly fun, then yeah, you might like those. Those. Yeah, nice chatting to you too. Have a good night, and I'll see you some other time. Okay. Right, I'm going to end the stream. So, night, Kate. Night, everyone. See you later. Bye.